Ahoy there, shipmates! It is I, Connor, once again, and I am bringing to you another World of Warships video. And this time, it's on the Tier 4 American battleship, the Wyoming. What an odd name. First impressions? Oh my god, look at all them guns. This thing fucking screams America. Fuck yeah. And first thing you're going to notice whenever you do load this ship into the harbour is, oh my god, the guns. And it even has some anti-air guns, which is awesome. But what you'll mainly notice is these, let me see, 12 305mm guns. Oh my god, they're awesome. So, as usual, let's look at the statistics for the ship and then show you some gameplay. Right, HP 43,800, which I think is 1,000 more than the equivalent Tier 4 Japanese battleship, which name unfortunately escapes me. But yeah, some nice hit points there. In certain situations, I suppose it could save you, but don't hold out on it doing it all the time. Now, the guns, what everyone wants to hear about in the American battleships line. Main battery firing range, 14.1 kilometers, which is totally crap. I'll just get that out there. It is really bad. The Japanese battleships, far superior firing range, and they will be hitting you long before you can open your guns up on them. The main battery being 6 double-barrel 305mm guns with a rate of fire of 2 rounds per minute and 180 degree. Oh, derp. The turn time is 45 seconds to go the full 180 degrees, which I suppose is better than most. But going back to the rate of fire, that is actually pretty nice. Being able to fire 2 rounds off every minute is, I really like that fact. I really do think that's pretty cool. The maximum dispersion is 201 meters. The maximum shell damage for HE is 3,800. Chance of fire 23%, nothing special there. The max damage of each armor penetrating shell is 8,300. Okay. Sounds like an American battleship, but honestly, I'm not really sure what to think of this thing. I'm leaning towards hating it, but I played like 10 games so far, and I really do not like this thing. I really don't, and you'll see why in the game I'm going to show you. But onto the secondary armament, which is 6 single-barreled 127mm guns. And you only get 6 of these things, which is pretty damn bad as well. 3 on each side, and their firing range is 3.5 kilometers. Whereas the Japanese, which I'm going to be comparing this thing to a lot, is 5 kilometers to 6 kilometers, and it does get hell of a lot more secondary armament guns of various different types, sometimes sharing them with the AA gun complement. Speaking of AA guns, it does have some. It has 14 single-barreled 12.7mm Brownie machine guns, and these things are literally located all over the freaking superstructure of this ship. Holy hell. The entire exterior of the ship is covered in these things. It also has 6 quadruple barrel 28mm air guns. Oh, again, I apologize for that, but it's been happening quite a lot often, which is really annoying. I'm not really sure of the cause. And lastly, it has 8 single barrel 76.2mm anti-air flak guns. Like so. Now, with all the guns out of the way, which is probably the funnest part of looking at these ships, we move on to the maneuverability, which this ship has absolutely none of. 21 knots. This ship goes slower than a granny on her way to Tesco's. Come on now. This ship is ridiculously slow. It's climb car slow. The turning circle radius is 509 meters, which is pretty bad as well. The rudder shift time is 16.5 seconds, which I just don't like this ship, and I'm actually leaning towards that now, even more so while looking at the stats again. The concealment, if you want to conceal this thing, then there's something wrong with you. Usually the rule of thumb for a battleship is that if you can see them, they can more than likely see you. But if you want to know, the surface detectability range is 14 kilometers and the air detectability range is 9.7 kilometers. Like, it matters. Now, with the stats out of the way, let's just take a look at the commander perks and see what you should unlock, or what I recommend you should unlock. So, the first row, and as I've already said, I haven't played many games in this, but The battleship perks are pretty obvious. So with the first row, pick both the basic firing training. It should be basic fire training, but whatever. And the basics of survivability. You're going to need both of them, especially for the crappy range on the secondary guns in this thing, especially the AA. The second row, get aiming expertise. Really, really do try and get this as quickly as possible. And get the high alert. For the third row, definitely get this. Get defensive fire as soon as possible. You're really going to need this. Really going to need it. Anything that improves the abilities of your secondary guns, get them. And also get the repair work. That's a really nice thing to have also. The third row, get advanced firing training. And finally, on the fifth row, get both fire prevention and jack of all trades. If you have a ship and you can get jack of all trades, then get jack of all trades. It's pretty stupid not to. So that's pretty much everything out of the battle that we can look at. You know, the ship's stats. So let's see what actually happens in a game. Alright there, you salty sea dogs. It's Connor again, and we are in a battle. Of course, I am playing the Wyoming Tier 4 American Battleship, and I'm just setting my course. There's a few gaps in between these little island juts, so I'll get some defense from them, but also some offensive chances. Now notice, oh, my game just got minimized. Oh, shite. Well, I don't know what's really causing it, but if you're nosy, what I'm watching in the background is the Nostalgia Critic. But what I was saying, yes, notice the Congo, the glorious Japanese ship of war, infamous for its amazingness and awesomeness. Right? You watching? Look at how fast this thing is taking over me. Everything does this in this game. Everything just passes by and waves toodles as they steam off into the future. You know, where this thing would never survive because it's so freaking slow. I'm just bringing all guns to bear on the one position, because for this thing to actually be able to fire all guns at a single target, you need to be horizontal to them. Completely horizontal. Otherwise, all guns won't point on that position. There's this little cruiser, I don't know what he was playing at, but he just continues to get closer to us. It doesn't really make much sense. It's like he's got a death wish. Or he's probably listening to some Two Steps from Hell or some awesome music that just gets him pumped and thinks that he can just take on the entire team. This ain't World of Tanks, little buddy. This ain't League of Legends. This is World of Warships. You're liable to get yourself killed doing that type of thing. And that is what happens. Who would have guessed? I'm just waiting for the reload and then I'll fire again. Now, you might have noticed that my shots landed on target, but they went right through the target. So realistic. Wargaming, so realistic. You need to look at some of the damage models. Even the old piece of shit there from the Stone Ages, making it past me. You've got men on bicycles just running, cycling and whatever. Well, you know, Flintstones technology, they're running and that's carrying the ship along, but it's in the sea, so you've got it's powered by dolphins, okay? Powered by dolphins, shut up. Really old dolphins. And it's even making it past me. Shots out. Minimal damage done. And that's something I'm going to be saying quite a lot in this freaking, not so much review, but just, you know, look. First look or something like that, I don't know. He is seriously wanting death at this point. Why is he getting so close? It's not a wise choice, mate. And then I see an enemy battleship, and it's a much juicier target. I want to see what my guns do to targets with a lot of armor. So shots out. And I wonder if it's going to be another low damage roll for whatever do hit him. Yep. Another low damage roll. Who'd have guessed? I feel really bad for this little cruiser. The epic music he was just listening to came to an abrupt end, and so is his crew's life. He's about to go to the locker. Right, ready, aiming, fire, shots out. And he's gone. That is him out for the count. Now, I got a Citadel hit now and did 4,000 damage, which is really, really low for a Citadel hit. I would I like to think for a Citadel hit on whatever I was firing at, I would get like 10k damage, maybe a little bit below. But yeah, 4k, that's pretty damn low. Now that battleship is opening up on our allied Congo there. You know, the Congo, the actual god of World of Warships. The sexiest ship in the game. Well, sexiest battleship. Your tastes may differ. Shots out. Now this is an enemy South Carolina, I believe. It's an American battleship, tier 5. Oh, hits. And what did I get? Minimal damage. Of course. It's to be expected. And there's another little destroyer with a death wish, who's running into the side of the map. Out to the boundaries. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shots out. Let's see if we can hit him. I don't think we do. I just move on to juicier targets. This little cruiser that's on fire. But then I noticed something. Yep, that battleship is almost within firing range, because those well, that little cliffy area and island was in the way last time, but now I just had to wait for these freaking guns to turn around. Now from the stats screen you'd think that maybe this thing's not the worst battleship. It looks like it's got a better turning radius, you know, things like that, but it's so bad. It's only when you start playing this thing you realise how bad it is. Hello, Nostalgia Critic. Bye bye, Nostalgia Critic. Shots out onto that enemy cruiser. That destroyer looked like he was just giving the cruiser one final kiss. I don't know what was going on there. Maybe a romance between ships. Who knows? Right, okay. Now what have they got? They've got a battleship and a carrier, okay. We've got another battleship coming along to the east around that island that I just came from. So maybe I should turn around and go to the south, where our carrier is dangerously close to an enemy destroyer. And also a carrier, or not, I keep getting carrier and cruiser mixed up. But an enemy cruiser, battleship and destroyer are closing in on our carrier. We've got 2, but it will be nice to keep them. So I turn around and head south. See what of our team that currently resides to the south I can salvage. And then I notice. Let's see. Where is he? This guy is my adversary. He's my arch nemesis from this game. An enemy Congo. Dun 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 dun. I have targeted him. Guns on the mark. Fire! Fire! Sometimes a day. Fire! There we go. Shots out. Enemy Congo is not focusing on me yet, but he will. Don't worry. Shots landed. Minimal damage. I bet you had no idea I was going to say that. Oh, we lost our battleship. Our Congo that went to the west. We lost it. Damn elves. So I believe at this point that enemy Congo should be going behind the island. Yep, he is. There he goes. Bye bye. But he will shortly be coming back into range and sight, and that should just give me enough time to bring all my guns to bear on his location. And now you see what I mean about you need to be perfectly horizontal to the enemy ship to have all guns firing at him. Oh. And that was only like, what, 8 of my guns? Not all 12. And that was pretty decent damage. Average, but not high. I don't think I see a high damage roll in this game at all. And this is probably the 4th game in a row I played, and this was the best one. I mean, I really do want to love this ship, but it's, I can't. I just can't. Shots out once more. Let's follow them in to see exactly where they're going. So a lot of them missed. The shot dispersion is not as good as it shows us. So, damn, below average damage roll again. Who'd have thunk it? Now the enemy Miyogi, I think it is, tier 3, Tier 4 Japanese battleship. I'm sorry, I can't remember the names of all these ships. There's so many. But it is firing at me. And we'll see more of this little guy later. Now, if you look to the right of me on the minimap, you can see that there's a battleship heading pretty damn close to where I am. And I've been sailing this direction for about a good couple of minutes now, and watch what happens. There we go, he's just rammed into me. He's not paying any attention to me or what's going on around him. Oh, but once he did that, I noticed a little cruiser has entered my sights. Only 4 of my guns will be able to punish him, but punish them they shall. Ready for America? America! Fuck yeah. Yeah, he is. That cruiser was sunk by the power of America. Fuck yeah. And there's the Congo. The Congo I was firing at earlier. We have come into a gunnery dual range. Oh yes, now this is where this ship should excel, right? That's where this ship's strengths lie, right? Wrong. Fire all guns! Just trying to get the proper range here. And shot landing. Minimal damage roll. And he just took off half of my HP with one of his battery, well, barrages, what do you want to call them? Barrages, wouldn't be a volley, would it? No, just call it barrage. And he continues to do massive damage to me, so every time he fires at me, just watch my health bar. And he's not even firing all 8 of his guns at a time, he's firing 4 of them. And the game minimized again. I'm gonna have to find a fix for this. Shots out, all guns look, yep. Most of the shots hit, 9,000 damage. Average damage roll, not too bad. He's still got a lot more health than me, and I would have thought it would have been the other way. But no. Whenever I started fighting this guy, I had full HP, and now I am just below half. So there are 4 of his guns firing at me now, and they're... Oh, they had an average damage roll. It'd be nice if I got average damage rolls at this range. I mean, this is where the Japanese ships are... The American ships, I'm sorry. I keep saying Japanese. This is where the American ships are supposed to excel. And, you know, the worst of it, I'm not even the one that takes this guy down. It's those torpedo bombers you see there. Them big torpedo bombers. They're about to bomb his torpedoes. I don't even know what that means. So there, the torpedoes go. They're going. Well, anytime today. I'm just waiting on the reload. He's firing at me. Oh, and he missed most of his shots as well, but he took out my AA guns. That was a lucky stroke of luck. All my guns right. Minimal damage. Oh yeah, that should be this ship's nickname, minimal damage. Because it was the torpedo bombers that took him out. And you know my teammate? The one that rammed into me to get past? There he is there, attacking that enemy battleship. Who is defenseless, who has been driving into that rock face for the past 5 minutes. And... yeah. Teamwork, guys. It's the best. And I think it dies before I even land shots. I'm not sure. Oh no, I do land a few shots. What's the point in even saying it? Minimal damage roll. So that is the Wyoming, guys. The Tier 4 American battleship. And I did alright in it. I don't have premium, but it's not a good ship. Don't forget to like, subscribe for future videos, and I will, of course, like always, see you next time. Bye bye.